Halloween Kills, George. He's killing people. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Screenshots.
Is my mic on?
Yes, your mic is on. Welcome back to another episode of Screenshots. Oh. If you want to know the rules to our drinking game movie podcast, please go into the description and see how to play along, or just watch us, be ourselves. Today we're doing a Halloween Kills. Johnny, what's it making?
I'm gonna stall while I look up those box offices because I totally forgot. But I will say I've been waiting the entire month so far to make this joke. When it comes, as you can tell from the set decoration, when it comes to decorating for Halloween, Amanda has got Halloween skills.
I don't understand how that's a. Oh, I get it.
What?
You got instead of Halloween Kills, it's Halloween Skills.
Amanda has got Halloween skills.
Ah.
Nice, good one.
Yes.
Okay, I still need.
As you made fun of my decorations last time.
No, I don't make fun of them. I just thought the web on my.
We should thank
got in my mouth and
thank the barista for your beautiful Halloween drinks.
Yeah, my glass fell in.
All right, here we go. So, Halloween box office. Halloween. The last Halloween made like 77 million, and it broke the record for an October opening, I think, and then I think Joker broke it the next year with 96 million. Or no, maybe it set the record. No, I don't know. But no, when was it the other Halloween? Was it 2018 or 19?
18. I'm gonna say 18.
Was it 18? All right. Okay. So the box office opening range, according to Box Office Pro for this weekend, is 40 to 55 million, which is pretty good. They're with a precise prediction of 48 million. Which would be, I don't know what the budget was. I can't find that budget anywhere. But the first Halloween got 77 million and ended up grossing. Here we go. I forgot to do it.
You're still. I can't believe it's taking so long.
Ah, come on, just fucking load. It's just one. Okay, there we go. No, not the. Okay, it was 2018. Yeah, so
I was right. Yeah.
You said yeah. So, yeah, so 2018, it made 77 million for biggest October opening weekend ever. Then Joker beat it the next year with 96 million. And the first Halloween went on to make 159 million dollars domestically, 255 million worldwide. Holy shit! Off a $10 million budget for the last Halloween.
Whoa, really?
That was only $10 million. What's the second one? What's this one?
Mm-hmm. It tastes like a nice pop.
The budget for this one, it doesn't say.
Why are you yelling?
This is my radio voice. It doesn't. This is my Jerry Seinfeld radio voice. It doesn't say, George.
Bro, you gotta chill out.
Halloween Kills, George. He's killing people. We got a band together.
Johnny, stop yelling.
I want to do my Jerry Seinfeld.
Not at 10:30 at night.
Why? Is there anybody here?
We have neighbors. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, they can't hear that.
Anyway, what's it making?
I just told you.
Say it again.
40 to 55 million. 48 million.
What did we say? What movie we see last? James Bond?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much did that make?
That made 55 million.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
gonna
Remember we were debating? Do you yeah, it's going to beat it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it should. I mean, also the predictions for, it depends how the Thursday night goes. I don't know the numbers for the Thursday night yet.
I know a lot of people that did that.
So.
Not that matters, but.
Oh, so the Thursday night previews were 4.8 million. James Bond got 60.3, and it got 55.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably going to land probably in the 40s somewhere. But I don't know how James Bond is going to hold over this weekend. But
straws.
It's like a flamingo. Take a sip of it. Taste it.
Wait, hold on. But I gotta fucking get through this box office bullshit. We do this for way too long. But I think James Bond has a chance. It's predicted for this weekend for 25 million. James Bond. I think Halloween Kills probably gonna beat that, unless James Bond has like a crazy good weekend for some reason. But yeah, that's the box office stuff.
I think Halloween Kills is gonna beat it.
But it looks like I was right. Oh wait, did I? No, I didn't say The Last Duel. Fuck. Wait, I think for my prediction I said Halloween Kills, No Time to Die, Venom, The Addams Family 2. What did I say? Did I say The Last Duel? I don't know. I forget everything I said.
You didn't even drink yet.
What? Yeah, no.
So anyway,
hey, how about this?
Yeah.
What did you guys think about the movie?
Okay, so I know.
Into the review.
What? Yeah.
Finally, let's talk about the movie.
I know what you guys are thinking. Like, I know what you guys how you guys feel because you expressed some opinions while we were leaving the theater. I actually liked it. I did.
I didn't say that I didn't like it.
Well, hold on. Let me give my opinion.
Let the man speak.
Yeah. And then, so I liked it, but what I liked about it is that I the more horror movies I'm watching, I'm getting used to the campiness of it. Usually, I can't stand campiness.
They're not all like that.
Let me talk. I
Is that Mark's sweater?
Yeah.
Looks comfy.
It is.
Oh my gosh, guys, chill out. I'm not a big fan of that campiness, but I'm getting used to it, and I kind of liked it in this. It's like, oh, okay, I get it now. And I also I loved the kills. I loved the action. I think the costume design was great. Because I'm not a big cult follower of these movies, I was able to enjoy it like a random person. You know, that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said to your dad. I said for somebody who normally doesn't watch these types of movies, they would probably enjoy it. Mostly because there's comedic relief, which I personally hate in movies like this.
There was some joke. There was one joke that wasn't even a joke, but it got like the biggest laugh in the theater.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anybody simultaneously go ha 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 at the same time.
Yeah.
Than this one joke.
But for me, for someone who loves horror movies and I love this franchise, it's not the best. I'll say that right now. It's not the best. So going into it, I was expecting more of like a serious vibe, I guess. And the kills were great. They were different. He looked amazing. I think the mask looks amazing.
Do you think they're gonna show his face in the next one?
I don't think.
Keep talking.
I'll
tell you what it was in a second.
I don't think they'll ever do that.
Okay. Can I
completely?
I know
because they showed a lot. They showed a lot more than I thought they would.
Yeah, you got to see like his face at one point. When I like, I totally kind of go like, oh, it's just some asshole, like who's an actor.
Yeah. Real quick, I dinged you for mask.
Yeah, but I have that word too. Can I get her too?
Then if she takes one shot, we both cross it off our list.
Fine.
Amateurs, you picked the easiest word.
Well, yeah.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, but
it doesn't pay off until you get a phrase.
Well, do you
try your drink?
No, not until I have to.
What?
Do you remember what I said when the movie ended?
Yeah, what did you say?
That's why I'm asking you.
No.
Huh?
You're like, do you remember? He's like, yeah. What did you say? I'm like, so no, you didn't remember.
Yeah. There's a pun. I don't remember.
No, that was for the sub. No, I think if I can sum up, because I think I remember in the first the 2018 Halloween, I was like, I didn't really care about it, but I'm like, yeah, it's fun. Like, it's pretty nice. Like everything, it was well made and stuff. This one, I guess I just didn't care as much as I did with the first one.
Yeah.
This one feels about as good as the first one was.
Really?
But I just remember the first one being like, yeah, sure it is. I would rather watch the first one out of memory than this one, because this one was very, 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 very frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like, apparently in this universe, the rule is when you're trying to kill somebody who's like famously unkillable, is to just stab them once and then throw your weapon away. Like throw it across the room. It was a stab.
Yeah.
You're a fucking amateur.
I didn't even notice I had the same one.
Wait, so do I take a shot or do I have to drink this?
You have to take a shot.
Yeah,
that's just for there.
I have to do
okay.
Just taste it though.
Yeah, taste it real quick.
I'll taste it if I don't have to take a shot.
No, come on, taste it, Johnny. Yeah, taste it. Taste it.
Looks like this reminds me of the oil that's left in my pan when my mom makes chicken and wine sauce.
That's nice.
Huh. What do you think? A drink that our barista made.
I can't tell what it is.
Your glass looks like Salvador Dali's painting now.
Oh, it does.
When people go like, "Hey, what's it taste like? Is it bitter? It's sweet?" I'm like, I don't know what
It tastes
what
like
it is.
Pepsi.
The only taste I know is salty. I don't know any of these fancy tastes. Anyway, but I thought it was just very frustrating. Like, I thought the premise was like, no, we're gonna go out and get him this time, and I was like, all right, this actually might be like kind of fun to see. Like, everybody, give me the coffee.
Try the $3.
This might be fun to like watch everybody just run around the town and be like, let's go get him. And then they completely just bungle it at every point.
Yeah, and not only that, like this is just my opinion too, without spoiling anything. It's a typical modern horror movie. where they have to throw. I don't like the comedic relief. I'm sorry. Like, there's too many points in
Big
this
John.
movie. Yeah, no, it's not even that. It was
Spoilers.
like before, like all that, like just this little cute, like the little points of like it's supposed to be funny, and like I get it. Maybe have one or two.
Right, like the first, like the couple we see in the beginning.
Yeah, so that's fine. But like if you're just trying to pull it in almost at like the end of every scary scene, it's not funny, and like
Yeah.
it gets really frustrating because it's supposed to be a scary movie, you know, and it's just I don't know. It like that really pissed me off. For somebody that's watched the whole franchise, all those movies are for the most part serious or supposed to be portraying a serious situation, and this is just like shitting on that.
Yeah. And like there was some parts where I'm like, this is probably like some of these scenes are probably well made and stuff like that.
I have to pour
But
this
there's
in
just I'm not my my personality just doesn't like, even though I'm kind of like numb to violence now just because I've seen so much of it in movies and stuff. But or at least violence in movies. I'm sure if I saw like some guy get split in half in real life, I'd be traumatized. So
Yeah.
I'd go home and kill myself. But what do you call it? But in this, I was like, I just don't want to see like just happy couples get murdered for no reason. Like,
See,
like I'd see a happy couple and be like, oh come on, just let them.
It's so
like, and then they get killed in the most gruesome. Like, how come when the main character when Michael Myers kills like a main character in these movies,
Yeah.
he just like stabs him in the stomach a few times. But when he kills like some guy who just never did anything to him, it's like, hey, let me take your eyeballs out and make you chew on them and stuff. Like,
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that because this is like such a stupid thing to do during a Halloween movie, but like, why does he do it, right? And I was thinking that every single time he would kill somebody, he wouldn't kill the other person until the person was able to witness the death of like their friend and to mourn over it. 'Cause, like
Yeah.
I think he just wants to watch people mourn over the death of others.
right.
So I think that's why he makes people that are together, like couples, really brutal. And I think he likes finding like random people that don't really know anything about him. He likes to torture them a lot more
Yeah, just like
because
brutalizing.
it's like holy shit, I didn't even know this was a thing. Like I think
Yeah.
he likes the reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
right.
Like I enjoyed the kills, I really did. Like stuff like that, like it just makes me smile because like I like watching the artistry of it, like how they come up with shit like that.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just like some psychopath that's just like watch people killing each other because it's
Yeah.
obviously fake.
Like there is
But-
movies that do the like the similar kind of violence, and you see it, and you're like, that stinks, and then like you don't really feel. In this one, at least, there's some kind of like bleakness or like it's very visceral, and you're like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of heavy at some point.
Yeah,
Mm.
like exactly
That-
that's the
that
word
pretty
is like
good.
visceral because like you hear it, you see it,
Right.
and they're different. It's not just he's not just stabbing everybody with the same knife. Like he's doing a lot of different things, and his approach is the same, as it always would be, and just walking,
I thought
taking his time.
I thought the beginning of this movie like completely just like undermined the ending of the first, like because obviously in the ending of the first one, spoiler alert, everybody's seen it there. They have a clear shot to just like shoot him in the head, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, let him burn. They leave the house and don't even like check because she's bleeding. So like nobody even like at least checks to see if like the house burns. Like they just leave it. And they're like, no, he's dead. We got him. Yeah, for sure. Don't even worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna come back because obviously because there's a second one. But the whole point of that, it was like that was the climax of the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then you watch this one, and you're like, no, forget about it. Don't even. It's fine. Don't even. It's 5 minutes later. He's back. He's back.
Yeah.
Like it was done so like the first movie was undone so swiftly
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that I was like, okay. Like
When you're saying the first one, you mean like the legit first one?
or
No,
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 I'm
you mean
sorry.
the last one?
The first one that I've seen, which is the
Okay.
2018 one. When I say the first one, I'm thinking of
mean
the 2018
The last
one.
one, okay.
When I
'Cause
say
was
the
like,
first
that's
one,
not what happened.
yeah, when I say the first one, I'll say like Halloween 1978 or something. Like
Yeah, well, just say the original.
that. Yeah.
Because the original is fucking amazing. But anyway, that was another point I wanted to make is like, you'd think by now horror movies would be so scary, and the ones that are older are more terrifying.
Mm.
At least in my opinion. Like the Michael Myers in '78, fucking no things.
There might be more like more. I don't
It's
want
just
to. I
so
don't want to. I don't want to
real.
dig modern like.
You know what
movie
I think that
directors.
helps that is the image quality though.
What?
The image quality of older movies makes it scarier
Yeah,
for me.
because it's terrible.
Well, yeah, because there's that graininess of the film.
Yeah.
But I think I don't want to like bash on like modern day directors
No.
like craft, but I think the studio influence over the movies kind of hinders them from
Absolutely.
communicating. I don't think they have I don't think the directors or the filmmaker have as much creative freedom as the guys back then did. To a certain
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
So like
because
you're like
they let CGI and stuff take over with
Right,
that, thinking it's gonna
right.
look better, and it not always does.
Right. There's more room for art in the older movies
Right,
because
'cause
there's
that's
more
all they
freedom than
had.
now. But now since these are like studio driven and stuff like that, and there's more influence, I
Do you
think.
mind if I add to that?
What?
Because I totally agree with you, and I think because back then the movies were the studios. Now
Yeah.
the studios are the movies.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
And
that's a good. I like that.
that-
That steal
that's-
that.
Go
Cut
for
this
it.
part out so I can start saying
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So that's what I think's going on.
Yeah, but also like people like I think movies are still scarier. Like I don't know because like if you go look at a horror movie from like the 20s, right? If you go watch like M or something like a Fritz Lang movie, it's like that's like one of the first horror movies, but it's still you're like oh, but it's not scary. But if you showed like a 1930s audience this movie, they don't go home and kill their family. Like they'd be traumatized forever. But us, we watch. I think maybe we just feel it's less scary because we've had horror around for so long.
Amanda, I, and my father were just talking about that. And what I said, my opinion was that we're so inundated with like a lot of like social media, technology,
And
YouTube.
so much
we're seeing
innovation
we're seeing
with
so we're
technology.
seeing so much content all the time, and we have Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus, and we have the content at our fingertips whenever we want it. Whereas back then, you'd have like a VHS tape hidden in your basement you didn't know you had. You're like, oh my gosh, guys, I found Halloween. Let's go watch it. Or like once every 6 months or a year.
Should we do spoilers now?
Wait a second.
We totally forgot we were talking about the movie.
No. We will in a second. Once every like 6 months to a year, you'd have a new Halloween movie come out. And you're like, oh my gosh, and that's why I was so scared because you weren't used to seeing it. But nowadays, I was scrolling on an app, and this is horrible. And I literally saw a video someone posted of people literally killing themselves, like real live people. Like that's just online now. Yeah, it was horrible. And so
What is that, like the Gauntlet Part 2? What the fuck?
I was literally on iFunny, and
Jesus
somebody
Christ.
posted that.
You still have iFunny?
Oh hell
yeah,
yeah!
he does. That's all I talk
Are you
about.
12 years old from the year 2012?
I fucking wish, but no. So like, it's just crazy. So
Yeah.
we're so used to like violence and stuff that movies like this are like, yeah, they're
Well, no,
right.
it's not just violence. It's just like the technologies of being able to make everything look more real. But it's almost like not too real, but like sometimes you're just like, okay, like it's too clear in your face. You're like, oh, I wish that was through a broken window.
In the
with a
more
shitty
freedom,
camera.
since they have more freedom, that freedom doesn't pressure them to be more creative.
Right, and like there were parts in this movie where I can definitely tell that it was CGI.
Freedom in terms of the filmmaking practicality, not like
Yeah, I was
not
confused.
creative,
Yeah.
not creative freedom.
And like there were parts of the movie that were CGI that didn't have to be, and it pissed me off.
Like what?
Well, wait. Let's want to go to spoilers then.
Yeah.
Well, you have to say our ratings.
Oh yeah, let's rate it.
After on a scale of how many skills does Michael Myers have? If he has, I think
He didn't even give a number.
I
yet.
think Michael has. I think he has 4.5 skills out of 10 skills. Kills. I don't know what's going on.
I think
Come on, you.
Can't you just say like how many
I think
fucking kills he has?
okay, sure. All right, then he has
4.5 kills
Mm.
out of 10 kills.
I give it. I'd say 5.5 kills out of 10 kills.
5.5.
5.5.
Did you just say you liked it?
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I liked it, but I don't like horror movies to begin with, but I enjoy this. Also, the way we rate movies is completely
Yeah, I have
different.
no idea what you're doing.
And
Give your
me.
overall thoughts. Like give it in like a few,
Yeah, wait,
like
what'd you
a
give it?
sentence or two.
A
She gave it as
5.5.
5.5.
My overall thoughts in a sentence or two. It was It was fun. A good way to spend a night without thinking too hard.
Okay.
That's it.
What about you?
Wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed the kills and how he looked in the movie.
Okay.
And that's really about it. I wouldn't watch it again probably.
I'd say I think it's a movie from a good director
Mm-hmm.
that I think it's a good director that for some reason, whether it's from his for his reasons or from somebody else's, I think it devolves too much like typical, like, hey, there's a killer on, let's all split up. What's that? You want to, yeah, like I think it's too I think it suffers from horror characters being too dumb.
Really?
I can't stand that in movies.
Well, let's talk
some of them
about,
are so dumb. Like some of the stuff that okay.
Let's go into spoilers.
Let me just say.
Okay.
So, overall thoughts. Some of the stuff that happens in this movie is so dumb, and like it all.
It's not surprising.
And it's
though.
all. And it's like it all. There's no point to any of the stuff that happens when they finally get to a certain point, and they're like, ah,
Yeah.
they're not. They build up to something and then just don't do anything with it.
Go
All right.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers in 3.
It's the lowest score I've ever given to a movie on screenshots so far.
Is it really?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I give it anything like 6s and 7s and 8s.
Oh, I know. In 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck is this man?
Austin Powers.
Doc said Michael Myers.
This is Mike Myers.
It should be the Halloween man.
This is a Halloween mask.
No, the killer dude from Halloween.
Oh, you mean Jason?
No!
I hate the CGI.
What's CGI? Because I didn't really
On the
pay
mask.
attention that much. There was CGI in the mask.
Not on every single shot, but when he went to go pick it up when it was on the ground on the pavement, you could tell that it was like fucking. And it pissed me off. Why do you need to put CGI on that?
I noticed that.
Or at least, or maybe it was filtered a weird way.
I noticed the only CGI I noticed is there was a scene where the daughter
She pulls out the knife.
She pulls out the knife of Little John.
Yeah.
And it's all like
Wiggly.
Oh, yeah, that was
and
weird.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
why didn't they just pull out a real knife? But or maybe they had the CGI like the hand, like it was the hand. She had the handle, but they CGI'd
The
like
blood and everything.
the rest of the knife.
It
but
was wonky looking.
yeah, that was weird.
Like,
blood
you
was
could
all
e-
drippy, weird.
Yeah, you could easily made a prosthetic.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
blood looked like it was dripping off on a planet that had like twice
Weird
as high
gravity,
as
yeah.
hard gravity.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed that.
I thought I thought in the beginning I was like, okay, this might be okay, because the first couple that got killed, that was pretty horrifying. Like they're just having like imagine just living like 70 something years.
Yeah.
And like because everybody's like, oh, what's life mean? Like it hit me so viscerally. Like, what's life mean, man? Like, oh, I wonder how my life's gonna die. Imagine if your life ends with like. Imagine if Mark, the last thing you saw was Mark getting stabbed to death and like nailed to a table, getting his face shaved off. You'd be like, what the fuck does this all mean? Like, I was having an okay life until this. Like, what's the point of my life ending? Like,
I was thinking the same thing.
Like,
And they were doing like such mundane things. Like he was just pouring wine. She was playing with the fucking drone.
yeah.
I was
like-
thinking the same
and they
fucking
were
Like,
just
thing.
fuck. Imagine that's the
middle-aged
last. That's the
people.
last image you see.
You know,
Yeah.
you know how I was watching that scene where that couple got murdered, and I was thinking like, what would be going through my head if I was the woman watching her husband die
As
and
she's
getting
also dying.
and getting stabbed, and I would like, in my entire life, I always like micromanage things with inside my own head. I always like criticize and focus on really small things, like normal people. It's like, you know, when you lie awake in bed because you think of something stupid you did in 4th grade, like shit like that. Like I do that all the time, and I take moments like that, and I think about how sad it is, and oh my gosh, this is horrible. But I feel like if I was dying, I feel like it'd be the one time in my life where I would try to like meditate and be like, and just push all the thoughts out of my head. I feel like that's what would end up happening, because it's like that shock where like bliss kind of takes over your body when you can't feel anything, you're about to die. I feel like if that's actually what happens, I don't think it would be too
I
horrible.
don't think
to
she was
watch.
feeling bliss.
Well, she didn't do anything. Her eyes were just open and blinking.
Well, yeah, because she was fucking dying.
Yeah, she was in shock. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't think she
you'd
was
probably go into
blissful. I
some
think
weird
she was
like.
hard.
Maybe
Horrified.
towards death. Like I'm just saying.
You probably go into some sort of psychosis.
Yeah, who knows?
Here's the thing. I don't understand in the whole like I was like, oh, they tricked us, because in the trailers they have what's her name, Jamie Lee Curtis going like, now Michael, I'm coming after you, and you're like, oh, so this movie is about like it's gonna be her chasing
No, she
him,
did that last movie.
or yeah, and this one she's just sitting in a hospital and that's it.
Yeah.
That's-
I didn't watch the trailer. I don't really watch trailers for things for that reason, because I just hate them. They either give too much away or it's something like that. And but I did expect her to be in it more actively, but I'm kind of glad that she wasn't, because for once in a long time she wasn't like the direct, target for him.
Right. And they kept doing this thing like, oh, I didn't get it, because the whole point was that he went back to the home.
Mm-hmm.
But they were sitting at the hospital. It was almost like in order to have an excuse to show everything happening in the hospital and not show like what Michael Myers was doing, they just had the characters go, oh no, he's going to come after me at this hospital. Like, obviously he's not going to show up at a hospital. Like, you know that, but they keep saying that, and then he just never shows up. Like, they never gave any reason or anything. They're just like, oh, he's going to come
It
here.
would be so cool.
And then you would just forget that
Well,
there
the
was
reason
no
was
point.
because Jamie was there.
Yeah, but they didn't elaborate. Like, he never even made an attempt to go there or find her. He just went to the house. Like, it's not.
I think it'd be really cool if you went to the hospital, because I was thinking about when there was that scene when they were beating Michael up
at the end.
Yeah, I was like, it'd be so cool to watch Michael like pull some like John Wick shit and just start killing everyone. Like that's actually a fucking Halloween movie I'd like to fucking see. I was like, you gotta see this. It's like, the end of what's Tarantino's last film?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That end scene was worth the price of admission. I was like, holy shit! Like
Right.
if I got to see Michael like do some crazy shit, he like chokes people just by hitting him in the throat, stabs this guy, and like flips this guy over his back, and just as the expressionless mask that he has, that would be the coolest fucking Michael Myers I've ever seen.
Well, he kind of did that shit at the end, but it's just a bunch of close-ups.
Yeah.
I mean,
but also,
kinda.
I don't think I don't know a lot about, like, I don't really care about the whole character, but I feel like that wouldn't fit.
It wouldn't, but
I'd
I
be
would
like,
love
what
it.
movie am I watching? All of a sudden, he's doing like blocks and shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, he wouldn't do blocks. He'd let things stab him, but like he'd be he'd like
Dude.
actually slaughter instead of being
Yeah.
so slow and methodical.
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting.
I tell you what, though, like in this movie, they did not refrain from slamming people into walls.
Oh, that was great. That was a
Yeah.
great
There's
part
so
about this
many.
movie.
Like between the cop when they did which I did like the flashback, by the way, that was cool.
Yeah, I liked
And-
how there was for a second. I was like, oh, is this a clip from the original movie? Because I've never seen
Yeah.
it. I liked
No.
how they had the film grain on there.
Yeah, it is really cool. So I like the flashbacks of it and how the cop went through what he went through, and you know his story now, and you know that basically he could have finished this whole thing, and he didn't because
Yeah,
he
which
felt
is-
bad for him.
Yeah, which is like they give that reason, and I'm like, oh, he didn't shoot him even though he should have, even though he could have,
Yeah.
for reasons.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he was somebody's baby boy. I just shot my friend in the throat.
Yeah, exactly. And lied about it.
Also, like, what the hell is this bullshit? Hey, what are you doing? Walk 2 feet and just go around and go boom. Like, you can't.
Or
like,
just get him in the leg.
Right, yeah,
Go
like
right
why
for
don't there's
fucking
so many
throat.
like why are characters in a movie always so like that's what I like about Scorsese's movies. Characters always feel so loose in the frame, like where they can just go anywhere. It doesn't feel like it's rehearsed. In movies like this, it just feels like there's these invisible walls that
Yeah.
characters can't do things. Like I was thinking at the scene, like I wouldn't stay there. I would just go up close and go up, boom. Like
Yeah,
really
it's
quick.
not practical.
It's not that hard to do. I don't. And then like it's such a frustration.
And I knew it was gonna happen. I'm like, either this guy's just gonna die by Michael, or this
Right.
cop's gonna shoot him. Like, I mean, it's obvious. But no, I did like the flashback scene. No, but what I was saying was,
Yeah, that was cool.
Like, they had no problem slamming people in the wall.
That was the best part.
He
The best
took-
kills.
He took the old man out of that fucking window. Like, he just fucking took him out of it.
That was hard.
I think the best violence and the best kills were the slams.
Yeah.
They were so
Yeah.
good.
And then the fucking guy in the staircase, the boyfriend. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is happening? He's
That
like a
kid was-
ping pong ball right now.
That was-
Jesus. Or
That was-
pinball.
that's another thing. That scene, that was like when I got to. That's where I was like, okay, okay, this is not.
Yeah.
Like the whole point is Michael or what's his name? Anthony Michael Hall, Michael Anthony, whatever his name is, the guy from Breakfast Club. He plays Tommy. He's the guy that gets the town
That's
all
where
rowdy.
that guy's from?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was also a reporter in Dark Knight who was taken
Okay,
hostage by the
looks
Joker.
familiar.
But the whole point is like he brings out people and gives them all guns.
Dude, it's so
and,
annoying.
Which is like the original plan, like, oh shit, they're gonna go out and get him. Like, I like this. But then they're like, here, like 80-pound teenage girl, here's the most powerful shotgun I have.
It's not
Go
even-
take it. Have you ever shot anything? I don't care. Go out and try to kill somebody. Just take it with the safety off and go in the car. Like, I was like, this isn't nobody like
Everybody has like weird weapons.
yeah, and all of a sudden, like the doctor lady, that one couple they were dressed as the
Yeah.
nurse and the doctor, and she's all dressed up. She like goes out of the car. She has a gun, and then you're like, oh, I guess she ran away or whatever. And then like after the husband dies, she's running from like 100 yards away, shooting at the car. It's like no, go into the
Oh,
car
yeah,
and shoot
stupid.
like stuff like that's again like it felt like there was invisible walls that they couldn't do
Understood,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the one thing that really frustrates me is that they have the dad and the daughter, or no, the boyfriend's dad, the boyfriend and the daughter. They go out on their own. They have guns or whatever. And he brings them out. He's like, come on, son, we're going to go get them. He brings the kids out there. And then at the last thing, he's like, oh, what have I done? I brought my kids out here.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys stay in here. Keep the car. I'll take the keys to the car. I'll turn it off. You sit in the passenger seat so you can't go anywhere.
stupid.
And then I'll go inside with the keys. And then so our method of communication is beeping.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, great fucking idea. And then he shoots the gun and that was the thing. Like, oh, so that's clearly not a consequence of what the characters wanted to do. It was just so that they can split up. Like, hey,
Yeah.
let's split up for no reason.
I would have liked to see that. By the way, you said shotgun.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see the kill that Michael made to get that guy in the attic.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen?
if
He like
you're-
accordioned him into the staircase.
Right. And if you saw your dad go in there and get shot, would you run up to the door and go, and then go in and then slowly walk around the house and go, Dad? No, you'd run in there,
Yeah.
look everywhere, and then go upstairs. And they go upstairs. They go down and they shoot the pumpkin. You're like,
Well,
okay,
that's
your
the
dad's
thing.
still off screen. They go in and they find the gay couple, and they go, oh, they're dead. And then he's like, oh, like, no, you would run in there and try to find your dad immediately. That just felt like they were stalling time. In order
Yeah,
to
I don't know
dismiss.
why she fucking sat by the guy and took the knife out. Like, he's
Yeah.
clearly dead.
Like they were doing two different kinds of like she either go in like guns blazing or go in stealth,
Right.
and they did both, which didn't make
That's
any sense
fucking
because they
stupid.
ran up to the house and slammed their bodies on the house,
Yeah.
and they were like, okay,
Right.
shh,
They-
everyone be quiet, huh? And then they went in, and then they were just talking, and then they shot the shotgun. They were like, okay, now be quiet again.
Right.
Like, nobody
It's so
knows you're fucking
stupid.
in there.
They stormed the house at the same pace that old man sheriff cop named Brackett would have done it.
Yeah.
My daughter was killed 40 years ago. I'm coming. Creak, creak.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hold on.
And then why do people like? I think this is
Oh,
what.
I just poured a full shot for myself.
Just drink half of it, and then do the other half if you get called again. This is kind of what you were saying, where I think we were mentioning how like people are just stupid in horror movies. It's like I understand in the beginning when they were getting groups of people to hunt down Michael, they would all split up because they were in groups of like 5 or 6. But when you're 2 people,
Yeah, why
don't
would you-
split up.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Right.
Don't split up.
Or even like the first scene where all the people in the car get killed with the that one woman and the other lady and the doctor and the nurse. They're in the car. They're like, oh, there's kids playing out there. Let me go get them. If you know that Michael Myers is on the loose, you know how dangerous he is, have somebody else go who's not the driver. Or say, hey, you take the driver's seat. I'll leave the car running. Or I think they left the car running, but there's nobody in the driver's seat.
Stupid.
If you see something, start driving and I'll like.
You know what else is really stupid?
So constrained, man.
Yeah.
The old woman that had the revolver, when Michael went on top of the roof, she didn't shoot through the roof. She shot through the windows.
Yeah, and
He
he
was-
broke all
he
the
was
the
on-
hand was there. She was trying to shoot his hand.
Yeah, but he
and
was
stuff.
on the roof.
Yeah.
Stupid. Like
Like-
that's unforgivable. That's stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can't climb through a gun shop. You can climb through a fucking window.
Yeah.
She was like literally pointing at the ceiling. Michael's here, pointing at the ceiling,
And then shut
and
the
then
window.
window.
Also, how
stupid.
How dumb was it when the woman shot herself in
Dude.
the
that was
face?
so funny.
Yeah.
I think I looked at you guys. I was like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
if
That
you're
was so
if the
funny.
gun is pointed like that, first of all, you can't even bend your hand that way.
Nor
of.
can you hit the trigger.
Yeah, nor you can't. You're not strong enough to pull the trigger that way. I'm
It's like a
pretty sure.
2-3 pound trigger. You're not gonna.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But that was dumb. Do that. When he got stabbed in the eye, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was rough.
I was like,
I didn't think they were gonna die.
No?
Yeah, I was surprised. These movies always surprise me, like how much of a kill. Like in the first one, I was like, oh shit, they killed the dad.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was a big deal. I guess I just wasn't familiar with how much people died.
Do you think we saw more Michael in this one or the other one? Because I think we saw more Michael in the other one.
I don't remember.
I think we saw more Michael in the other one, but I liked how in the first one, like the 2018 one, I liked how I was like, eventually it got to a part where he's walking around during Halloween and just killing people like in houses just for fun, and it was like a long shot, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is cool. In this one, we didn't really get anything like that, which kind of upset me, and I'm hoping when the next one comes out, I'd love it if it just opens and like every 3 or 4 minutes, even every 2 minutes, someone's dying or a group of people are dying. Like I'd love a rampage Michael Myers movie.
I think that's what they're going to end up doing. They have to make it worth it.
So is he like a?
Immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he actually he definitively is now.
Well, you know what they
Pretty
said?
sure. I mean, he got shot like 5-6 times.
Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis was narrating it and saying that like, basically what I got from it was every life he takes like gets added to his.
Yeah, it's like a video game
Jesus
character.
Christ! So you got to kill. So
You have to like decapitate him.
you got to put him in a room, right? And then shoot him in the head, and then he'll wake up 5 minutes later. You shoot him in the head again,
You have to keep doing it
and
until
just
No.
do it. Just do it for like 600 million times
What
until
you
he
gotta
finally
do,
dies.
I'm stealing this from a book I read, is you have to
Get it? You read books.
you have to kill him, and then you have to cut him up into pieces, put him in separate garbage bags, and strew him about the town.
Ah, why don't you
and
just
then
incinerate him?
then they turn into like a million Michael Myers.
Yeah,
They just regrow
Oh.
bodies.
like little
Whoa,
ones.
can you
Just
imagine?
little Minecraft.
Holy shit!
Myers.
Wait, can you imagine they make a 4th one and that's it? Like the 3rd one, they cut them all up. The 4th one,
Regeneration.
there's like 18 Michael Myers.
Regeneration.
It's like the Red Ranger
Throw-
meet up in
throw-
Power Rangers.
Throw him into space.
Yeet
And-
Michael
and meet-
Myers
and meet
into
Jason.
Into the
up there.
sun. Throw him into the sun.
Yeah.
Then he becomes Superman. I'd like to. I want to
How did he
like
become Superman?
the Superman gets his powers from the sun.
Yeah, but he's not Kryptonian.
I know it's a joke.
I
I
was gonna
want
say
to.
we get Superman to throw him into the sun. I thought that's why you're bringing up Superman.
I want to like ask whoever was created Michael Myers, like the first person who ever created this idea. I want to like they obviously don't have answers for any of this, but if they did, I'd like to know, like, why is he immortal? Like, did he make a pact with the devil? Like, well,
I
what
saw
is it?
Halloween the other day. I said, why don't we just take Michael Myers, throw him in the sun? Hey, there's your healthcare solved.
Shut, bro. There's your healthcare stuff. Less people getting murdered. We'll be fine.
Michael Myers is good for healthcare. It's good for profits. Profits are good for people.
Bro, I don't even know how to respond to this. I don't.
I don't know.
You're just staring at me. Fucking dummy.
It's funny because I was thinking about it, and maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I definitely think they threw like a political thing in it, like a nuance.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that at all.
because Jamie Lee Curtis was literally like, "Why are you all following him, you sheep?" Blah blah blah.
Oh, that thing
After-
is just a normal.
Well, that was just
after
yeah.
no, but after everybody was following this one guy saying one thing, and everybody went in an uproar about it. Oh, it's Michael. Oh, it's Michael. They're running through the hospital, and she's like, "Why are you following him, you sheep?" Blah blah blah. Like you're getting
Right.
innocent people hurt, and I'm like, oh.
Well, it was like they were doing like a mob. I kind of liked how
I
they
liked that
explored.
scene.
Yeah, well, I liked how they were kind of exploring like the mob mentality
Yeah.
around it. But at the same time, I was like, "Fuck, who cares about that?" And like, I didn't care about the mentally ill guy. Like,
Yeah, well, neither did I. I thought that whole. I thought the.
and that never wrapped up. Like, you had one part of the movie like going. You know, there was there was basically two storylines going, right?
Yeah.
And then one of them just went boop,
Meep.
and then it ended
Yeah.
with another. Like, they never could.
You know what I did think at one point? Because you know how they say, like, his Dr. Loomis became, like, obsessed with him?
Yeah.
And was, like, helping him at one point?
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be two Michael Myers, and one was Loomis. I thought that was going to happen. Because when he was walking around in the woods looking for that woman that was hiding loudly by the
Yeah.
tree, and she's like... No, that's what she was doing. It was so
The
fucking
way
weird.
your face looked
I'm
just
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry. But it pissed me off because I'm like, dude, he could obviously hear you.
right.
Like if you can hear him breathing in his mask, he can hear you doing that. But when I forgot my train of thought.
The doctor.
Oh yeah,
Hospital.
he was like so obsessed. So I thought at one point it was gonna be like two Michael Myers, and she was gonna run into both of them, and one was Loomis and one was actually him. And I thought maybe that was gonna be Michael's like setup for him. But
Bro, this drink is good. I'm sorry.
yeah, it is good.
Tastes delicious.
Mm.
You barely drank any of it, you ass.
I had a
But
sip.
some of the
It's
cheesy
good.
shit just really annoyed me.
Why
and I'm
can't
like,
Why can't you make that yellow drink that you made that
Yellow
one time?
drink?
I'll do it for Ghostbusters.
That was so good.
I'll do it for Ghostbusters.
It was like
What was
Powerade, but it was alcohol.
I'll do it for Ghostbusters.
no, but some of the cheesy shit really made me angry. I was like, I don't care about your fucking jokes.
Yeah.
Or the fucking detective that just sat there and stared the whole time.
But you know, I love how
fucking cowboy
my
hat.
favorite part of the whole movie is when that guy, the doctor who went to college for 8 years so he can become a doctor, just fucking threw an elbow at Judy Greer. Like when he was running down the stairs, she goes, "Fuck you!"
What the fuck was that?
Like, okay, Mama Telly, I get it. He's a doctor, and he just threw an elbow at a bitch, bro. Like a
That
random
is the
lady.
funniest thing ever. I love that.
You know, but that was like that scene. Like they were trying to do like you saw her looking in the reflection, and they were trying to do like, oh, he wasn't. He saw Michael when he stepped into the thing. He was Michael Myers. He saw Michael. He saw what Michael saw, and then it shows
yeah.
Judy Greer. It's like, okay, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about the mentally ill guy.
Well, I didn't care about the. I didn't like that the mentally ill guy thing was the reason why people were going crazy.
Did he escape in the first movie?
Well, hold on. I don't know, but I don't like that. Like, what idiots would be like, oh, it's that guy, the guy that's 5'5".
Right.
That's Michael
Yeah,
Myers.
but they've never seen Michael Myers.
Hold
a
on,
lot of
but
them.
what I do like the mob mentality things. I think they depict that really well because all the people started to realize he wasn't Michael, but they wouldn't have been able to stop everybody. That man was going to die. He was going to die. I thought that was really cool because like they realized, fuck, what do we do? Because they couldn't fix what they
Right.
did. But I didn't like how like this guy was like like hobbling, and he was like, help me, and they were like, oh, that's fucking him, get him.
Right.
Stupid.
Or even like the guy the people like even the Michael C. Hall or whatever. He sees like it's weird because he sort of realizes that it's not him, and then outside just like to save face, he's like, no, we don't know if it wasn't
Yeah.
him. You should know as soon as you see him, it's like, oh, Michael Myers isn't a short fat guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, he's very tall.
Especially because you've literally seen him.
Right.
Like,
and
come on, man.
And I found it so weird when he's just like walking around town by himself with like a baseball bat going, "Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm getting him. I'm gonna get him.
Said baseball bat.
I'm coming for you, Michael.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm coming. Old Huckleberry Suckleberry is gonna come. He's gonna. I got your name on it. Huckleberry Suckleberry is gonna come give you a bonk on the noggin.
Yeah, I don't. Was that like a thing, like a callback or something? That name?
I don't know.
Nah.
If it was, I didn't understand.
It
It.
remind, every
Kind
time
of
he
felt like a weird racist.
every
thing.
time he held the
because there was a
bat.
black guy who had the baseball bat,
Yeah.
and they named it like Huckleberry Suckleberry. I'm like, that is that like? It kind of just felt like they were kind of doing some like bluegrass
I
type.
have
Like
no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, every time he held the bat, though, it reminded me of Signs with the aliens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every single time, I can't see a baseball bat in a movie without thinking of that. Without thinking about Signs.
I just. But wait, so if they shot because Michael Myers has he ever been shot in the head?
Probably
No.
not, right? No.
So they can so hypothetically a headshot can just kill him.
who knows? We haven't seen it.
'Cause we haven't
happen
seen it
yet.
happen yet.
Because he was also like technically burned alive, and he was
When?
also shot in the chest, like in the last movie.
No, but
Well, no, he never got
this one.
burned.
He was like in
though.
the safe house area. He didn't get
Oh
burned.
yeah.
He was in that little garage door.
Whatever the fuck that
You know,
was.
it'd be cool though, or funny if he does get shot in the head, and he just starts healing like Wolverine or Deadpool, and he's like, all right, round 2, like
Or
he
what
just keeps going.
Well, as
He
long
get-
as
he-
he keeps killing people, he will.
He gets shot in the head and he recovers and he's like totally a nice guy
Oh
afterwards.
my god, can you imagine? He has amnesia. Doesn't even realize what he did. How tall is the actor or how tall is Michael Myers in the movies?
Probably like 6'1".
No, he's gotta be
Wow,
taller.
dude, holy shit! I was gonna say 6. I would say 6'6".
I think he's gotta be
Not
like.
that tall.
I don't
No,
know.
I think he's gotta be abnormally like
No.
monster tall.
No, you see the
looking
relation
it
of him like choking that guy
I'm
against the
looking
wall.
it up.
Maybe 6'3". Okay.
I'm gonna say 7 feet.
No. 7 feet. He's like a fucking goon. You have
How
to take a
tall-
shot.
He is a
Have
good.
shot.
Oh yeah.
Is Michael Myers. Okay. It gave me the actor Michael Myers.
That's right, dude. You know what's so funny?
He's 6'7" I was the closest
Oh.
one.
I said
Assholes.
6'6".
Oh shit. Okay, you're the
Idiot.
closest.
So what do you call it? I remember being like in like third grade, like I don't know how old. I was like in elementary school. And I was talking about the actor Mike Myers. And he goes, "Yo, some kid like that was in my class. He goes, dude, Mike Myers, he went into a hospital and like stabbed a baby after it was born." And I went, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, like he did. He was true." I'm like, "But he's an actor. Like he got away with it. Like why? He's still in movies." And I was so confused. And I realized that kid was probably talking about like Michael Myers,
Yeah.
Probably.
the villain.
Oh, speaking about killing.
Isn't that
Speaking
funny?
about Michael Myers killing babies.
Does he ever kill a baby
No,
in a
no, hold on.
hospital?
Because in 2018 movie, he didn't kill that baby. Does he not kill babies?
Yeah, does he not kill kids?
Probably not because they're innocents
Maybe it's like he doesn't kill them until they're his sister's age.
or his age when he killed his sister.
Yeah, but he was young. He was younger than his sister,
was
right?
Do we ever see him kill kids?
No.
Maybe because they can't
'Cause
get
he-
away
well,
with
he-
it.
They're
on
like
film.
teenagers.
Yeah, he killed that one kid with the skull mask.
He looked like the
And he
oldest,
killed the
though.
kid. Or, no, he didn't kill the kid, but he was going after the kid with the fucking skirt on.
I liked how that kid had the kid with the skull mask. When you next see it, it's all just squishy and it's
Yeah.
all red.
How long do you think Michael Myers was open quote end quote playing hide and seek with those kids? Because he must have he didn't kill them. He was just like hiding behind trees and kept looking at them. Like, was he playing? Like,
Yeah, and I like how he's standing right behind the car, and they're like, "Oh, he's right behind us. Like, let's like not do
So
it." And the guy's like,
stupid.
"Put it in the drive." Like, all you would, as soon as I see Michael Myers, I'm jumping into the seat, slamming that thing in the drive, then getting the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And the guy just does like, you not that.
yo, you know what?
How can you just not jump in the front seat?
Then if he drove and then Mike Myers would fall off the back of the car and then they put it in reverse and just keep going.
They
over
did that
him.
in the movie.
They did it in the last movie, right?
Yeah.
And he was
And-
unconscious. It worked.
And the doctor was like, "No, he's good,"
He's good.
because the script demands that I think he is.
Yeah, I feel like the 2018 movie was really nostalgic though because it was the first one in such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the last one like well, except for the Rob
The
Zombie
last one,
one?
yeah, I was gonna say
It
I'd
was
rather
like H2O or
yeah.
something.
I'd rather watch the Rob Zombie one than this. To be
Oh,
completely
yeah.
honest. Yeah.
Well, is the Rob Zombie ones? Are they in the same continuity, or is it like a weird spin-off type? Like, is it like a Ghostbuster situation?
Oh, it's not a spin-off at all.
So
It goes with the storyline.
so
It's just
it's in the same continuity.
yeah, it's showing him in the mental institution and how he broke out.
So is there 3 movies called Halloween?
Yeah.
That's funny. So that's imagine like in the Marvel universe, you had 3 movies that were just called Iron Man. Like not Iron Man 2. Like we had Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 3. And then somewhere in between all of that, we still had another Iron Man and
We
another
still had
Iron Man.
another-
You're like, what the?
All in the same universe. You guys got not much else to say, John? I think you should give us your movie recommendation.
Oh, we're gonna end it just like that.
What else you want to say?
Oh yeah, can I? So she got stabbed in the stomach, right? And
Yeah.
there was a pretty giant cut
Yeah,
that
straight
they gave her,
incision.
and then
And then she was kicking ass.
not even that. She's talking to the sheriff in the bed, and he got stabbed in the neck, right? And he's like turning the same direction where he got stabbed to the right, looking at her like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then she's on her side,
Oh,
all
yeah.
twisted up. And
I
I'm
saw
like,
that.
what?
Stupid.
And then she laughs, and she's like, oh. It's like, no. What the hell's going on here? But they only
Stupid.
did that because it would be awkward if they were like both laying on their back trying to talk to
Yeah.
each other for the scene.
Yeah, she has staples in her back. Her body hasn't healed.
Her back.
Sorry, her stomach. Her body hasn't healed at all. Her skin's still completely open.
Yeah, and then she just kneed that doctor in the stomach, and then that's when the stitches broke.
It wasn't even staples. It was staples.
whatever,
They were
yeah.
literally stapling her together, and she didn't heal at all. Her
Yeah.
blood's not even clotted yet.
So does Michael? I'm gonna say some words, and you can't ding me for them.
That's not true.
Okay. But does Michael Myers have any other power, like abilities, other than like being invincible? Because sometimes like he'll walk.
He teleports.
He never.
definitely.
Yeah. He like, does he have because either what's happening is he teleports, or he only runs when nobody's looking. Because like, he'll walk around the corner, and then 2 seconds later,
Yeah.
you go around there, and there's like it's a 100-foot corridor,
Yeah.
and he's gone. So he straight up definitely ran
That's
when he knows when nobody's looking, and he goes, oh, fuck.
I think there was like a YouTube video that a long time ago, somebody that made that, where they were just showing like filming, and then like as soon as they're not, he's just like,
Okay,
Right.
look.
Yeah, exactly.
HalloweenMovie.fandom.com says Michael possesses superhuman strength. Get this. Stealth. This is superpowers. Listed as superpowers. Stealth, endurance, and durability of unknown limit.
okay.
It's just what the superpower is stealth. What does that mean?
Yeah,
My
like
He can become
superpower.
he's only invisible when nobody's looking at him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah, like that.
Like the invisible
movie.
boy from Mystery
Yeah.
Man. He's only invisible. So like if nobody's looking at, like let's say me and you aren't looking at Mark right now, he would actually turn invisible.
Yeah.
Then we look back, he'd be
Yeah.
like Mark again. So it's
So-
a useless superpower.
Yeah, so like it's not even a superpower. It's stealth. That's just
Well, that's the whole thing,
a
and
verb-
they never
not a
really
verb, a
show
word.
that. They never really show like him rounding a corner or anything. You know,
right, but his
he
power,
just
like
appears.
his superpower is stealth, right? Remember when the kid is laying on the ground and Michael Myers is
Yeah, he
standing there,
disappears.
and then all of a sudden he like the cops somehow didn't see him, and like, oh yeah, that's him that's down the street over there.
he teleports. You have to be. He's,
So maybe
he's,
there's some weird
it's
spooky
Hayden
stuff going
Christensen
on.
from Jumper.
Spooky, what's it called? Spooky action from a distance. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
We should rename that our podcast Spooky Action from a Distance. We're renaming the podcast, everyone, to Spooky Action from a Distance.
But that's like an actual like quantum physics type or like some kind of Oh, I was right.
Oh yeah,
Albert Einstein famously said quantum mechanics should allow two objects to affect each other's behavior instantly across fast. He dubbed it spooky action at a distance. Decades after his death, experiments confirmed this.
Pull the mic down a little bit when you're.
Spooky action at a distance.
Coincidence.
A spook incidence.
A spooky booga.
Spook incidents.
Spook incidents. What are we doing?
Spook incidents and myrrh. Gold, spook
But
incidents and myrrh.
You know how what myrrh?
That's what the three wise men gave Jesus when he was
What's
born.
myrrh?
I don't know.
It's a scent.
It's not as gold as gold. It's
Not
not as good
gold.
as gold. I'll
Yeah,
tell you.
what the hell?
It's not as good as spooking sense.
Myrrh's like a herb or something like that because it's a scent
Yeah.
or something.
Can you imagine like being that like being Mary? It's like, hey, I brought you gold. Oh shit! That's exactly what I'm looking for. Like that can. What did the other guys bring me? I brought you frankincense. It's like, oh, okay, cool. It's not gold. I brought you myrrh. What? You brought me what? That's not as good as the other for the
Oh,
first
sorry.
one, at least. Not even as good as the second one.
Amanda hit my foot, said, "Oh, sorry," and then continued to hit my foot. Okay, the end though with the teleportation thing, I fucking swear, because he's on the other side of town or whatever, and all of a sudden, while that woman's walking up the stairs in a house surrounded by cops,
Oh, yeah. I was like, where the
somehow
fuck did he
Michael
come
Myers
from?
appeared in that bedroom.
Yeah, but also that's an active crime scene. She can't just walk around in there.
Yeah.
That's another thing I put. Like she's just walking around and she gets whacked. Also, this movie cost $20 million. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for them. That's what most horror movies are like.
I
though,
really liked
pretty cheap.
the house when it was redone.
Yeah.
his
Oh my gosh,
house.
look so. I turned to a man. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what I want our house to look like.
Yeah, it was like
I-
dark,
I
like
love the dark
emerald
green. Yeah, I really liked it.
luxurious looking.
I would never be able to keep that place clean though.
Was that one?
Yeah.
Was Big John Christian Slater?
He's someone. I recognized him. I just didn't know
Let me
from what.
see. I'm gonna look it up.
Were they in other movies?
Michael McDonald was on Mad TV.
No, but were they in the other Halloween movies?
Oh no.
Because they look. I felt like they were characters that people would have known.
No.
I guess it's weird. Like Halloween kind of gets you like comfortable with characters and just kills them. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
I actually like those people.
No, Jamie's like the only one left that's like actually repetitive.
Oh yeah, that's your thing. Yeah.
Big John was not Christian Slater, even though he kind of looks like Christian Slater. He's Scott MacArthur.
Can you just pull the mic down? when you're
Scott
talking?
MacArthur.
Okay.
He played Neil in El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie. I don't know.
But yeah, Michael McDonald's from Mad TV. He's the one that played that Stewart guy.
Michael McDonald.
When he's like, no, and like points his foot like the blonde guy with the bowl cut.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Nope.
It's great.
All right,
What?
Johnny,
My movie recommendation?
let's do it.
I thought I'd pick another movie that I like
well,
that
isn't
has
that what you always
knives
do?
and stabbing.
Oh, okay.
I picked
Wait, one second. What if every single time Johnny did a movie recommendation, it's just a movie we saw last week? Every
Oh
single.
yeah, I saw No Time to Die. No, I picked
What?
Nice.
Come on, what are you
No, I
saying?
picked American Psycho.
Oh, it's a good one.
Chocolate
That's
syrup.
Adam. That's like Adam's favorite movie.
Chocolate
Yeah.
syrup.
Adam's a friend of
One
the
my
show.
favorite movies.
Adam's a friend of the show. He's been on, and he loves that movie.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, Christian Bale is so incredibly shredded in that movie. Fucking look at him. Like,
Oh,
he does-
that American.
You know what's crazy?
Psycho.
In this
okay.
movie, he got like really like extremely like almost bodybuilder type levels. Like not
Oh,
not in
yeah.
terms of like size, but in terms of tone. But he was like super like crazy shape.
My fucking
but
dream.
and then for the machine, then he did another movie, The Equalizer, which he was like in similar, not as good a shape, but similar shape for. And then he lost like 62 pounds or something like that to be in The Machinist when he played like an anorexic insomniac. And he was 6'1" and weighed like 120.
Well, it's
and-
like Jared Leto did that shit all the
Yeah,
time.
he did it he gained weight for Chapter 27 and then lost it all for Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
But then Christian Bale, he lost 62 pounds, broke the record for that, and then gained 100 pounds of
For
muscle to play
Batman.
Batman in like in 5 months.
I just read the thing the other day about whoever played Bane. I forgot his name.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he was saying that he was overweight for that.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I can't, like, I'm fat.
Well, maybe
He's like, I worked out and ate pizza, and that's it.
Yeah.
He's like, I fucking hated it.
I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have guessed that.
But
Yeah, he was overweight.
the reason I like American Psycho is like obviously because it's like extremely funny. It's like it's such a
I love the narration. It's like, does Bob think he has a better card than me?
yeah. Although like
Like shit like
I
he
that.
never
also has a
saw it.
penchant for Armani's suit. Although I have a slightly better haircut. Like
yeah. Or he's like, at this moment, as I was putting his body into this room, I couldn't believe that he had a better view than me.
I have a slight sense of panic where I see that his
Yeah,
window
yeah,
overlooks the
that's
park
it.
and is obviously more expensive than mine.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, that's it.
It's like there's such the humor is so there's a viciousness to the humor and then
Well, yeah, it's like
and-
envy and ego.
yeah and I think for this movie it's an hour and 41 minutes. I don't think I have a better example of a movie that feels so brisk and quick and is so short but is able to pack so many layers and layers and layers of theme and messages and like all
It's
this
like
stuff.
one of the most
And like philosophy. It's so
It's good.
tightly packed with it. And in the book is like the book is obviously there's a shit ton more, but like basically they basically almost kept everything from the book into the put it into the movie, and like without losing any thickness of the
substance.
Well, yeah, without losing any substance.
It's one of the most fan redone, fan filmed
really
opening sequences.
What?
When he takes off like the stuff on his face, he
Oh,
takes a
yeah, yeah,
shower,
yeah.
he works out. Like if you watch this movie and don't
Well, they
try
did it
to,
with Margot Robbie.
they did it with Margot Robbie. A lot of fitness influencers do it. Like if you watch this movie and don't like try to start working out like every day a week and like do a fitness routine, did you really watch this movie?
One of the cool things I like is that like kind of shows that one of the first thing. Well, obviously, except for the part where he tells the lady, "You're a fucking ugly bitch. I want to stab you to death and play around with your blood." Is when in the narration that starts that scene when it's going through his apartment and he goes, "I live in the American Gardens building on West whatever. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 37." He says where he lives and what his apartment is before he says his name. Because it's all
it's a
about
status,
it's
yeah.
all about like the materialism and the and all that shit and the whatever you call it, I forget all the philosophy. I read a couple of stuff and like about like the philosophy names for all of it, like postmodernism, Baudrillard, and
That's awesome.
and all, but I don't remember what all that. I'm not smart enough to remember what all that shit means. But
I found the guy who
Let me
plays Michael in this movie.
I don't want to see his face
Why?
because it ruins it for me.
Okay.
and also Christian Bale's performance in that movie, it's been praised so much that you can't say anything new about it. And I said here. And also, there's like two extremely quotable lines of dialogue per scene.
There's a lot. Oh,
in the
yeah, per
movie.
scene, yeah.
And it's able to pack such a layered and extensive thesis in like 100 minutes. It's like, I'll say that again.
Bring the mic down.
It's so swift. What?
Just bring the mic. I'd rather you bring the mic down so you don't have to keep missing
Yeah,
it.
but then my posture won't be good.
Do you
I
want
think you can hear me.
Do you
This is
want
when you're
to?
looking at your computer.
Do you want to see what he looks like,
Who?
Michael?
What, the actor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me, because I just saw it
Gimme.
actually.
Huh?
I just saw it on IMDb.
Well, then you saw what he looked like, then, right?
Yeah, but I didn't see his face.
What?
I looked at
What are you
I
saying?
looked at his profile thumbnail.
Oh. He's on the right side, obviously.
I gotta stop drinking.
Oh, so he looks like here. Gimme. He looks like So he just looks like Bill Burr's older brother.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show them.
I'm gonna show him here.
Okay.
But how are you gonna do
Make sure it gets in the. Is it?
that?
That is because you're too close.
How are you gonna do that without ruining
not
it
in
for
focus.
yourself?
I
Yeah,
should've known how
I'm gonna
cameras
have to do it. I have to run a show.
You want to
so.
see what he looks like?
Yeah, I'll just do what
He looks
it
very
like.
happy.
He does look like Bill Burr's
Yeah,
brother,
he does.
an older brother.
Anyway, American Psycho, 2000, hour and 41 minutes, directed by Mary Herron, written by Mary Herron and Juvenile.
It's weird that movie came out when they still use cassette tapes.
In 2000?
Because they mentioned it in the movie, like he's got to return some tapes or something.
He has
like,
to return some videotapes.
Yeah,
'Cause
like-
it takes place in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that was a good movie. Guys,
Great movie, shut up.
let's do a word reveal and wrap up.
Oh, yeah, I had, only one of my words was said, but you probably said some of them. I didn't care. I put walk, run, split up, guys, which you said and I didn't get you, and mask.
Nice. Mine were mask, stab, shotgun, and the other two were phrases. The first one is the boogeyman. The second one is evil dies tonight.
Oh, we
I
forgot.
had that
Oh,
too.
we forgot to show. Remember, dude, the funniest fucking scene in this movie is remember when Anthony and Michael Hall like goes up to like a random gas station.
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
goes,
God.
I need people. We got.
I need good
Everybody
people.
else
Yeah,
go
it's
go in your homes, and we got to do this tonight. And he didn't like. You would obviously say,
Well, he was like-
Michael Myers is out. He's killing people. We got to go get
Oh,
him.
he
Not.
told-
I need good people.
He told citizens with free will, and if you don't want to do this, get out of here.
Go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah,
go
go
home.
home.
But
Yeah.
if I was you, like I would not like. What's this guy selling, dude?
What are your words, Amanda?
I had fucking. I'm pretty sure you said that, but I didn't say it. And evil ends tonight, and the mom, but nobody said that. So
And what were the other ones?
Who's the mom?
What were the other ones? Baseball bat. You had stab too.
yeah, of the daughter.
Oh.
Oh, that was it. Guys, thank you so much. I don't know what episode you're going to see next. Could be an MGC, could be a screenshots, but the next movie that's coming out in theaters we're doing is, what is it? It's Dune, right? That's the next in theaters movie that we're reviewing, right?
Yeah.
That's
Dune
going to be great.
or Dunk.
Or Dunk, yeah.
You know what's fun? I like how in all like in that movie, like there's people who have like cool names, like whatever.
And the main character is Paul.
Well, the main character is Paul, and like, but it's always like we're going to we're the Atreides house, and we're going. What's the planet name?
Azrak or
We're
something.
going to Azrak.
I don't think that's it.
And we're
but-
going to, I'm Zipzorp, and I'm a Gipgam and stuff. But then, like,
Arrakis.
yeah, we're going to Arrakis, and there's all these cool names. And then Jason Momoa is Duncan, Idaho. Like Duncan, the first name of that donut company, and then Idaho, the name of that state in the U.S. Like, how come he's
Yeah, it's
Duncan,
stupid.
Idaho?
It is stupid.
Is he? Who's the main character in the
Paul.
books?
Paul.
Paul? Because didn't some in the book? Because I heard some people are like, well, Duncan, Idaho is sort of the protagonist in some ways in the books.
No, it's Paul.
Have you read them?
I've read the first one. It's right there.
How many books are there?
I don't know, but I didn't like it. And I think, listen, you know what? This is Dune.
Frank Herbert.
This is Dune talk. I'll say one last thing about
Is that the
Dune,
guy?
and then we're gonna end it. Yeah, I didn't like it because I couldn't really visualize what was going on very well. But I think after seeing this movie, I could understand the book better, and I might actually.
Hey, how about this?
I actually want to read the rest of them.
How long do you think Dune? Guess how much Dune is? How long it is?
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Idiot. No, it's 2 hours and 32 minutes. Maybe not 32. I don't know actually.
Why?
Huh?
Ready to end it?
Yeah. Wait. Let me just figure out the right runtime to Dune so I can go in your face.
Hurry up.
2 hours and 35. I was closer.
Yeah, you were. Okay, guys, thank you so much for checking out this episode.
They might do a sequel.
Probably it's a
If it's-
series.
It might be pretty. It's probably going to be moderately successful. Mark's like, what the fuck, dude? Just end it. It's
Goodbye.
probably going to be moderately successful at the box office, but apparently, if it gets a lot of views on HBO Max, they're going to make a sequel. Which is
I hope
cool.
it does. Guys, we'll see you on the next episode. Thank
One
you
of
for
Mark's dads just walked.
Please stop. Please stop. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Oh no, it's just one of Mark's boyfriends.